beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-December right through to mid-January 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to let you know, your first house will be governing you at this time. So that's all about identity, image, appearance, and who you feel you are and how you fit into the world. So some of you may be thinking right about this time to revamp your image. You may change your hair or something about you regarding your wardrobe. That's your first house influencing you. Now also, your 7th house is activated at the end of the month. And that's all about partnerships, whether they are love partnerships, business partnerships. It's basically partnerships in general. This actual house, you know, tends to lend itself to flirtation as well. So it could be that you have flirtatious conversations between you and another person, and it starts to evolve into something quite serious. Now, I have to say that the 7th house also connects to exes. So there is the potential to see someone from the past, but I will only let you know if that shows up in your energy field. That's what your houses govern throughout the month. So let's see what the cards have in store for you in the energy. Okay, so first card here is the Book. And this is about knowledge, about wisdom, okay? And I feel like you have learned a lot about love. And what I get with this energy is as soon as I touched it, it's you're fed up. Okay, you're fed up of the dating scene. You're so over having to like put yourself out there. It's like, is there someone out there who, you know, vibes at the same frequency as me? Now, I am going to pull a card on this because I'm also getting a secret. Okay, sometimes the Book in the LENORMAND deck can mean a secret. So, and I'm getting that vibe through right now. So either you've got a secret crush on somebody right now, my beautiful Sagittarians, and if you haven't, I feel like someone may have one on you. So let me just pull a quick card on that. This is your Protagonist energy. And I feel like with that knowledge, you know that you need to change something about your circumstances in order to open yourself up to love. And it's not that you're a closed book, my beautiful Sagittarians. I feel like you've yet to experience someone who really wants to open the book that is you. Someone who really wants to dive deep and really find out who you are and, you know, climb that. It's almost like that defense mechanism that is around your heart, the protective measure. You want someone who is willing to climb that and find out who you truly are, to break down those walls. Even though you've been doing a lot of personal development work to break those down so that you can open yourself up to love, you're looking for someone who is worth your attention and your love, because when you love, it is deep. And you know, you are someone who values your freedom, your independence, and you can have all of those things in a relationship, but when it comes to settling down in a relationship, you do not do it easy. So I feel like it's important to have a meeting of minds and someone who's just as enthusiastic about exploring all that life has to offer as you do, because you don't want like a fuddy-duddy who just kind of, it's nice to have someone who grounds your energy, but at the same time, you don't want someone who just absorbs all your energy and you're like, you know, that bright spark being dampened because of someone else's, you know, magnetic pull, shall we say. So I feel you're learning about what you do want, what you don't want. And I'm just going to pull a quick card to see what's going on there with that book, because I do feel like you are an old soul. And I know a lot of people say that, but I feel like it takes a lot to impress you anyway, my beautiful Sagittarians, and you're not willing to settle for second best. And when you get this card in your Protagonist energy, this is about you learning about love, learning about yourself, even, you know, discovering things about yourself that you love and that you don't like so much. So I feel like you've been on a real journey of self-discovery and a personal quest for the truth of who you are and what you want. So I feel like you've been in a very deep period of self-reflection and isolation, perhaps. You may have cut yourself off from the dating scene. We got the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. If this person is not investing 100%, you're so over it. You're not even, you know, a lot of you may have been focusing on your finances at this time or trying to build a life of luxury, but ultimately you're looking to settle down. This is a card of marriage. It connects to, you know, long-term commitment, the Ten of Pentacles, and you want full investment or nothing at all. Also loyalty, very important. Whoa, just as I say that. Queen of Swords. I'm just going to go get that other card for you. One moment, please. Okay, we've also got the Seven of Cups. So this indicates that you actually have a lot of options, and you hold more power than you think in the dating game, shall we say. With the Queen of Swords, though, this is independence, and this came up briefly in the Scorpio reading. I get this sense that, you know, you don't need somebody, my beautiful Sagittarians, but you would like somebody, a companion, someone to settle down with, someone who's passionate, who has a sense of fun and adventure just like you, someone who's loyal, someone to walk this journey of life with, okay? Now, the Queen of Swords indicates you're very direct. You know what you want. You've been learning for a long time, and you're not going to settle for second best. So I really get this energy of you having made a decision that unless this person comes with that certain spark, that certain, I don't know what, that certain ingredient that perhaps sets your soul on fire, then you're not even going to give that person the time of day because you don't want to waste your time. Also, we've got the Seven of Cups here. Now, this can indicate, you know, unless you find someone who has that spark, you're not willing to settle, and you're not willing to, you know, how can I put that? Have something that's you're half in and half out of, okay? Like commitment issues. I feel like you've decided that you want to settle down, or it's time, or you want a long-term relationship. And with the Seven of Cups, I feel like you have a lot of options. Also, the Seven of Cups indicates that you really must use your imagination, because visualization is the key to attracting what you truly desire into your life. Thoughts become things. And because you have the Queen of Swords right here, you are capable of thinking someone into your life, you know, really attracting them by absorbing yourself in the law of attraction. Now, also the Queen of Swords indicates that you're being very logical. Okay, or you've become very logical about the one, shall we say. I'm getting this energy of maybe there isn't somebody called the one. Maybe it's just someone that you fall in love with in that moment, and then perhaps it just goes away, and then you just move on, or, you know, find someone else, or you just become really independent and just live life really peacefully by yourself. I feel there's a lot of thoughts going through your head right now. And this may be because perhaps you've been hurt in the past. When you have a Queen of Swords, it tends to mean that perhaps you've protected your heart, you've built a barrier, you've gone a little bit cold to the idea of love because, or you're certainly detached from the idea of being in love with someone at the moment because perhaps you've dealt with people in the past who've had commitment issues, or you felt that they did not commit to a relationship in the way that you're hoping for. So there is a level of detachment here. So some of you, although you want love, there's this energy of focusing on other things or being really busy and not really having the time to invest in looking for love. So that's what I'm picking up here with your Protagonist energy. It doesn't mean you don't want it. It means that you've built a life at the moment where perhaps there's no space for someone to come in. And that's not a criticism, my beautiful Sagittarians, and I'm not pointing the finger. You may have built that life because there's nobody about at the moment that you even remotely find attractive, or that you have you know, any chemistry with. So therefore you're filling your time with other interesting things. And as I said, it's not a criticism, it's just an observation that you know, you have got on with life, and now's the time that perhaps you're thinking about focusing on love. Okay, so let us see the resistance position. We've got the ways, the crossroads, okay? Now, this is in the resistance position, so it's like it's in the reverse. So some of you may feel like, you know, you're not single by choice. You feel that you've had no choice, no options. There's been nobody about that really has sparked anything in your heart right now. So you may be feeling a little bit confused as the direction to go in to try and become unstuck when it comes to love. You may have tried all different ways to put yourself out there, and you've withdrawn. This card tells me that you've taken a real step back from actually physically looking or open, you know. By the end of the month with the crossroads, it does mean that you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision to change something. Crossroads tends to mean that you have been hesitant when it comes to putting yourself out there because you're in a period of self-evaluation, and you do have options, but sometimes you don't see these people looking at you or paying you attention. You don't really realize that some people are flirting with you either, because you don't see yourself in that way, which is odd, because you're very attractive, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy, and you are lovable, but sometimes you just don't see yourself that way, so you don't actually acknowledge sometimes when someone's been flirting with you or trying to get your attention or has even been looking at you. I just get this energy of, if someone's looking at you, you look behind you like, oh, who are they looking at, who are they staring at? Well, it's you, my beautiful Sagittarians. They're looking at you. So I want you to be aware that you have a lot more personal magnetism than you give yourself credit for. Okay, that's coming through here. Now, I do get this energy that a lot of you are working really hard to buy property or real estate, and your primary focus right now has been to save and buy a home. So you may have been thinking that you really don't want to connect to the dating scene because it means going out for dinner, spending money, and there's just this energy here of you having other things that you have been focusing on and just not really wanting to physically get out there and look for love. That's what I'm picking up on. So if that's not you, perhaps this is not your reading, because we got the house, which is homebody energy, okay? And I do have Stork here, so it means after a long period of nothing happening, even if you've been putting yourself online, because if you're a homebody, you may have been putting yourself on like dating apps and things like that. But I feel like it's something that's casual. You've put yourself on there and not really paid it too much attention. You may have like spent like an hour or so looking, and then it's just, that's it. You've got other things that have been interesting to focus on. So some of you may be actually moving, physically moving. And when you actually physically move, then you open yourself up to new love. But that's not everybody, okay? I just want you to be aware of that. I've only got a small percentage in the water of energy of people who are moving home or relocating in some area of their life. And that's when the action happens. That's when you meet somebody new, okay? Now, when we get the home, well, basically the house, when it's connected to love, this is about settling down. It's about building a family. It's about comfort. It's about a stable environment. And, you know, I feel here that you're waiting for the one who you can settle down with. That's what I see in your overall energy, and you're going to get it. There is a person coming in for you. The stork indicates after a very long period of stagnation, suddenly there's movement and improvement in your love life. There is change, okay? This card can also indicate that there's a transition, someone arriving, shall we say, an arrival in your life that's going to be very interesting, that you're even going to think this is someone to settle down with, build a home with, to nest with, okay? Also with the house and the book, I'm going to pull another card because I get this energy that there is someone here who's got secret feelings for you, or you've got a secret crush on somebody. So if you've got a crush on somebody, know that in December, there may be some flirtation, but things don't get really moving until January. Things start to get quicker. Suddenly there's movement in that area, and this person starts to really ramp up the flirtation with you. But if it's someone who's got flirtation, you know, feelings for you, thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Can you please guide me regarding this energy, the book and the house? Knight of Pentacles. Yes, someone wants to, you know, have a solid relationship with you. Knight of Pentacles is someone, you know, who is serious about love. There is investment in this situation. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Five of Wands. Okay, so Five of Wands, this could be somebody who teases you, could be somebody who, you know, tries to push your buttons, but in a flirtatious kind of way. If you do not know who this is, then I feel like there is a competition for your affection. I feel like there is, you're going to meet somebody, but there's someone here who has secret feelings for you, and they will be conflicted about telling you, but they will tell you. And they may even tell you when you've started seeing someone new, which really puts a lot of mental conflict in there. You start to wonder, let me see how you feel about this person who's got the secret feelings for you. How does my beautiful Sagittarians feel about this person? Oh, okay. Okay. It's, we've got, you feel like it could turn into something. And we got the Four of Wands there. You could see yourself living with this person. They could be someone who's you know, good fun. They're a good friend, because the Four of Wands can indicate that you enjoy their company. You enjoy going out with them. They're good people. You know, it could be that it's a friendship that's starting to develop into something there. Or it could be even, you know, some sort of partnership. It doesn't have to be a friendship. It could be a partnership, or, you know, just someone you work with, or someone who's in a group setting, that there's a bit of a flirtation and it's starting to develop into something. So I feel you'd be open to it, whoever this is. So perhaps you do have a little bit of feelings for this person as well. For those of you who do not know who this person is, okay, and don't have anyone that they're interested in, let's go to the Celtic Cross and see what is coming for you. We got the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, the same cards are showing up, which indicates we've got the same energy. Ten of Swords. You want a new start. You don't want anyone from the past. So if there's anyone from the past showing up, you're really not interested in that. That's for sure. You want new. And I do have a feeling that you've perhaps had a very painful ending in the past. Ace of Cups. There's love coming for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. King of Wands. Now, in the past, you may have been someone who, this is coming up for a lot of signs. I mean, you got 3 10s here, my beautiful Sagittarians, so this is really positive. In the past, you may have been someone who gave all your energy and was very passionate, and may have had relationships that started too quickly. The foundations had not been laid. And when something starts really hot and heavy, which is wonderful, you know, I'm a Scorpio and I enjoy that. It's important to realize that when something starts really hot and heavy, sometimes it just fizzles out just as quickly as it started. So building a foundation is important. That's why you've got that Ten of Pentacles right there. Whoa, it's very explosive energy. Two of Swords, yep. Two of Swords indicates you have a decision to make, or there's stalemate energy, nothing happening for a while, then suddenly there's movement. Three of Cups, celebration, getting out there. I feel like you meet this person at a social event. Okay, everything points here to a social event, getting out of the house and being invited to a social event. This could be with friends, or it could be that there's a friend of a friend. Nine of Cups, you get a wish fulfilled. So let's start right at the beginning. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. If you meet the right person, you are all in. You're looking for a high level commitment. You are someone who is true blue loyal. Okay, when you fall in love, the only person you see is the object of your affection and your desire. And the Ten of Pentacles indicates you're ready to settle down, or you're looking for someone to settle down, someone who can walk the journey of life with you, be a companion, a best friend, someone who's got your back when the chips are down, but also someone who, you know, runs off and has wonderful adventures with you. You're looking for your partner in crime with the Ten of Pentacles, someone that you can build something healthy with, you know, a solid foundation that plants really solid roots, and someone who invests in you as well. Now, you've done a lot of spiritual growth work. That's why you're showing up with so many tens. You've gone through a lot of personal development there. What's crossing you? Ten of Swords. Okay. Now, you may have had a very difficult ending in some previous experience. Now, Ten of Swords indicates a couple of things. I'm getting a couple of energies here. One is a difficult ending that really forced you to do some shadow work. And whilst it was a difficult experience, it's rewarding in the fact that it made you a lot stronger. It made you identify red flags quicker, made you realize what you want and what you certainly do not want in love. And I feel like you were building your confidence back. Ten of Swords can be a card of letting go of things that no longer serve you. But also I'm getting this energy of the inner narrative Sometimes you're a little bit harsh on yourself, my beautiful Sagittarians. You've been learning to talk about yourself or have an inner narrative about yourself in a more healthy way. And your guides want you to be aware of that. Release negative self-talk, okay? Don't be so critical and hard on yourself. That's what they're bringing up right now. Also, the Ten of Swords indicates a new start is coming. And although you're about to have a new start, they want you to realize that if you have been hurt by somebody in the past, the new person is not going to treat you in the same way, okay? It's very important that you realize that. Now, Ten of Swords is a card of sorrow. It's a card of sadness and emptiness. And in terms of love, I feel like you have been feeling a little bit lost for a while, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Sagittarians. Your guys want you to know and realize that you are lovable and that there is someone coming on in for you, okay? You've got Ace of Cups here. You've also got Three of Cups. This person, you meet them in a group setting, and this is a relationship that you could have wished for, that you've tried to manifest, okay? So there is a new start coming for you, and it is actually a breath of fresh air. It's really refreshing. But I feel like you've gone through a difficult period and such a difficult time that there's been also a shortage of potentials for you to choose from, shall we say, when it comes to the dating scene. And you have almost like lost faith or felt real despair that perhaps love is not showing up for you. But we've got an Ace of Cups here, which indicates you're manifesting love at this time. But you were learning to love yourself unconditionally first, because the first cup of love always starts with ourselves. So you've been building your confidence, you've been, putting yourself back together if you've had a real difficult experience in love in the past. But you're actually really looking at how you love, because previous experiences, whether they are in previous love relationships or whether they are what we witness in childhood regarding love from our guardians or parents, or whether it is, how we take this journey of life. If we're bullied, for example, it chips away at our confidence, our self-esteem, our sense of ego and self. All those difficult experiences, they have formed us to this point. And you may be looking at or reflecting over moments that you've experienced in your life that have really knocked your confidence, and it's influenced the way that you operate when it comes to love. For example, many years ago, I was bullied really badly as a teenager, horrifically, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But what it did subconsciously was made me feel like I was not enough. It made me feel that I was ugly. It made me feel that, I wasn't the standard beauty that would ever find anybody. And those things were not running around in my head. I experienced some horrific bullying that obviously on a subconscious level stayed with me. It chipped away at my self-esteem, and I became a smaller and a smaller and a smaller person. Even though I was growing into an adult, my sense of my inner world was becoming more limited or just smaller. I wasn't growing as much as perhaps I would have done if I hadn't been bullied so much. So when, my first love came along, I was shy as F. I couldn't open up. I felt awkward. It was just difficult. And I didn't understand why it was so difficult. There was just this barrier. But inside, there were all these things about me that other people had said that I obviously at some point started to believe. And that's when I started waking up. These things that are said to us, they are projections of how other people feel about themselves, and they want to get that hatred and that sadness out. So they project it onto somebody else to make themselves feel good about themselves. But that doesn't stop it from influencing the person who got bullied later on in life. So we all have to look at our journey to date and then look at where we are right now and see how any of that journey has influenced the way that we operate in love. How, when someone checks us out, we start to wonder, who they're looking at. They can't be looking at me. Or, when someone tells you that you look beautiful or attractive or handsome, whatever it is, you start to either not believe them, or you start to think, you blush and you can't take a compliment. People like that tend to have had some sort of traumatic experience in their life to make them feel, there's a barrier, I can't go there. So they're just indicating here that you've been doing a lot of that self-growth work and realizing where you may have, how can I put that? Where you may have had previous experiences that have prevented you from opening up to that level of vulnerability and love. Because I feel you started to do that with another person, perhaps with a previous relationship. And as soon as you did that, then I feel like you got hurt and disappointed. And it's almost like your wings got clipped. So that's what I'm feeling in this particular reading. Ace of Cups indicates you are attracting somebody who is vibing at the frequency you are at right now because you've done so much of that personal work. Okay, this is a card which means there's a love opportunity being offered to you. Okay, someone who is deeply emotional, who is emotionally available, most importantly, and someone who is understanding and ready for love. This is the potential. Aces tend to be the potential of a love that will grow into something really wonderful, okay? Also, they want you to be aware, especially since you got a 10 of Swords here and an Ace of Cups, sometimes, because swords are all about the mind, ideas, thoughts, vocalized speech, you know, ideas that are formulating within the brain that we want to express to other people. Sometimes that inner narrative can be negative. Sometimes we can say, oh, love's not coming for us because of XYZ. Or, you know what, there's no one about at the moment. I'm probably going to live to a ripe old age all by myself. These are all negative thoughts that we all have at some point in our life. Okay, human beings, we get scared or we get nervous or anxious and we start to have an inner narrative. It's the ego. In fear, the ego can be a very cruel thing. And I want you to be aware of that. The Ace of Cups is a card of hold that feeling that all will be well in your heart and in your soul, and it shall be so. So they want you to curb any negative thinking when it comes to love. Easier said than done, I know. And by that, I mean, you may feel that love is not around. There is no possibility or potential for you to meet love, but there is always potential and possibility in every day. We have the power every day to change our circumstances with one step. Even if you change your path to go in another direction. That's why you've got ways, the crossroads. You can take the left or you can take the right. It's your choice. You can stay at home or you can get out there. You can find an opportunity to go to a community event, or you can, you know, take that invitation that you've been given and go out there and go to that party. Whatever it is, you have the power to change your circumstances when the moment is right for you. You must feel intuitively when the moment is right for you. Now, I do see that there is some sort of group event or invitation that you will attend and you will meet this person. I mean, it could even be a house party, but I just get this energy of you attending something that there will be somebody there that really captures your attention. Now, we've got the King of Wands here. King of Wands is a card of influence. A lot of you may have been aligning yourself spiritually or looking at influencing your circumstances spiritually. So some of you may decide to take a spiritual retreat or spiritual vacation, or a creative one. Doesn't have to be spiritual. But this is a card of building confidence as well. This is a card of really taking ownership, taking the initiative to motivate yourself to get back in the ring and find love. That's what I'm getting from this card. You tend to march to the beat of your own drum, my beautiful Sagittarians, and people love that. Passion is your power. Okay, so don't ever dull your shine for anybody. You are more powerful than you think when it comes to dating. You're also very attractive. Whenever you get if you look up the meanings of the cards, the King and Queen of Wands tends to be the most attractive cards of the deck. They signal beauty, okay, and fire and passion and all of those wonderful things. So they want you to believe in yourself, my beautiful Sagittarians, because you are turning heads. You are attracting a lot of attention. So own that power, okay? Own that vitality, that magnetism, and be secure in who you are, knowing that you deserve a divine love, and it is being attracted to you at this moment in time. A lot of you may have felt you had a creative outlet. Some of you may have taken up a creative hobby, or you may have use your voice to create something. Very cathartic experience. It's helping you get out anything from the past. Whatever creative thing that you're drawn to, whatever artistic outlet you've been drawn to, it's really being cathartic, and it's helping you remove baggage, and it's helping you process. So it's been a very positive influence in your life, and it's helping you prepare yourself for love as well. We've got the Creatrix. This is in the potential position. This is the Magician. thoughts are becoming things. That's why they are so hot on you right now to have positive thoughts. And with the Creatrix, this is you turning your visions into reality, okay? But also using action. So taking the initiative to put yourself in a scenario to meet somebody new. Now, as you can see with the Creatrix, I love this. As you can see, all these little bubbles, things are bubbling up. And they're creating these souls, these two souls that are meant for each other, okay? And as you can see, there's two triangles there with two eyes. When you meet each other, you will know that you are meant for each other. You've both been manifesting each other to being, to come into each other's lives. So the Magician card indicates that you're in the law of attraction right now. And I hope you can really see that. I'll just put it a little bit closer. It's like things will be bubbling up between you and this person. And formulating, being mixed up. And both of you are very emotionally sensitive beings that are very passionate. There's loyalty here as well. Loyalty, faithfulness. I get a lot of passion, that's for sure. A lot of adventure going on with you and this person as well. Now, we've got a 10 of Cups in the near future, and this is the happy ever after, okay? 10 of Cups tends to be, you know, a lot of support, having a support network. So it can mean, you know, by you being your wonderful self and finding happiness in the everyday or in the small things, it actually radiates, and you know, it is very attractive. Confidence is an aphrodisiac, and happiness too. You know, people are drawn to that level of vibration. So I feel like you're attracting by being in a frequency of gratitude, happiness, and enthusiasm for life. I do feel like you are attracting someone who will lead to a higher level of commitment, who wants to settle down and have a family if you want that. But I feel it's more about building a home. Okay, so you're attracting someone in that realm. And I feel like it's not too far away here either. I also feel with the 10 of Cups that your support network are the ones who are going to either invite you to something. It could be a vacation they invite you to, your soul tribe, or it could be that you go to an event that they invite you to. Your support network, I feel like this person you meet connected to your support network. So it could be that you go to a party and a friend of a friend is brought and you instantly click. Or it could be that you and your friends go to a bar or an event and there's a person that you don't know there, but you're surrounded by your support network when you meet this person. That's what I'm being shown, okay? If you've already met somebody, I get this energy of you and this person, you're perfect for each other, because I actually feel a frisson or a secret crush here as well. I've already mentioned that, and I feel like this person feels the same way as you, but it's kind of bubbling up. It's in the do they, don't they phase. It's going to very much progress into something more solid, just so you're aware, okay? So quite exciting times. Now, your advice to yourself, strength, have courage to go after love again. But also, most importantly, the Strength card is about self-love. It is about self-care and healthier patterns of looking after yourself and respecting yourself. As you can see in this Strength card, we've got a wonderful egg, which represents new life or new energy. So you're having the strength to go after something new, even though with the Snake card, even though some of you may have been deceived in the past or have learnt that love is a very suffocating, painful experience, it's not going to be the same this time. I feel like it's going to be a new, exciting experience with someone who is everything you ever wish for. Now, of course, relationships in general are difficult. They're ups and downs, but that's when there's a lot of pressure. Ultimately, this new relationship that's coming on in is actually very refreshing. It is someone who wears their heart in their sleeve, someone who is very honest and open and really sharp shooting when it comes to talking. So I feel like you appreciate that level of honesty and authenticity about this person too. What you see is what you get with this person. Also, when you can see the snake in the LENORMAND deck or the General Tarot, it tends to mean rebirth or revitalization. It's like shedding old skin, releasing the past in order to embrace the new. So I definitely see here that you are ready for new. Now, external circumstances, we got the Tower. Surprise, surprise. The Tower represents basically surprise, same as the Wheel of Fortune. And the Tower is an indication that if you've been feeling stuck at trying to get something new going, as you can see there, the egg breaking open, but the snake is there. So you maybe have found it difficult to get something new going with somebody. The Tower represents liberation. Okay, everything you've known before is breaking down. I feel like it's about freeing yourself up to transform the circumstances and bring positive transformation so that you can achieve something better. Now, it may be a sudden shift. So I feel like you meet this person suddenly. I also feel like you are not looking for love. Even though you want it, I feel like you're not physically looking for love when you meet this person at this event. Okay, now that has come up in another sign. I'm not sure which. It may be the Taurus reading, but I'm not really sure. So just to let you know that. But the external circumstances indicates it's going to be like a lightning bolt. Suddenly, you just know. Suddenly, you and this person are taking a leap of faith together. Excuse me. They want you to see the Tower. Now, I know most of you already know what the Tower looks like, but they're asking me to show you. Could you please show me where the Tower is? Thank you. The Tower, the lightning bolt actually hits the crown chakra. Now, the crown chakra is to know something. So I feel like as soon as you meet this person, you just know that this person is meant for you. They're saying at the beginning. There it is. No, that's the devil. Okay. As you can see, lightning bolt. Suddenly you just know. And there's two people there taking a leap of faith, because it's better to come out of a comfort zone, take a leap of faith, than to stay where you're at. So I feel like you and this person, when you meet each other, it's really hot and heavy quite quickly. Very passionate. But remember, there must be a solid foundation. Okay, so perhaps there will be stability in this relationship, but I feel, make sure you build a foundation of getting to know each other first, because I feel like it's going to be quite quick. Now, Two of Swords, hope and a fear. That's a stagnation energy. Two of Swords is like stalemate or uncertainty, or, feeling like nothing's happening. But even with the stork energy, if you look up in the LENORMAND deck what the stork means, it literally means stagnation for a long time, then sudden improvement. Suddenly, everything's kicking off. It's all happening. Two of Swords, nothing happening for a long time. You trying to intuitively find your way. You want to discover new lands, but you're not sure which direction to go in. Tower energy. Suddenly, there is a change. Suddenly, you realize what you need to do. Suddenly, the perfect person, the perfect situation, the perfect answer comes to you, and you have to make a decision as to whether you want to go for it or whether you're going to let this one pass you by. I have a feeling you're not going to allow this one to pass you by, okay? Now, a little bit like, a little bit like the Scorpio reading that I did earlier, I feel like there's potential for you to have a choice, okay? Because they're really highlighting these two fingers. One's a finger with a tree of growth, which indicates like, a potential for a relationship to grow and go somewhere. And then we've got the other hand there with an apple, which is tempting, but perhaps not fulfilling. So I feel you will have a choice. Now, this could be someone that you are currently, who has feelings for you. There's a potential here for an ex to return. So let me just, and I'm only saying that because of your 7th house, which kind of dominates that energy. So let me just have a look at that Two of Swords for you before I move forward. Emperor. Now, this may be somebody that you connected to in the past, someone who is thinking about settling down now, but they're very emotionally unavailable. Let me just, okay. Yeah, someone perhaps that you got fed up with. You're bored of their, this is 10 of Wands, the baggage with this person. 9 of Swords, this person caused you a lot of pain, grief, sadness. Someone perhaps you couldn't get off your mind for a very long time, but you're letting this person go now. 4 of Cups is like you're fed up with this person's behavior. Same old thing, just a different day. And as you can see, the universe is sending you somebody new. A new cup is arriving because you're fed up with anything from the past. 10 of Wands indicates you're fed up, you're exhausted with somebody from the past. And you don't want to carry this baggage anymore because it caused you a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of grief. So this person, there is a potential for this person to come back into your life. But I gotta be honest, sometimes I feel really heavy energy of an ex returning. And in this reading right now, I only feel like this wishy-washy energy of they might not, they might not. Normally I get, yep, they're coming back, they're going to message. But right now I'm like, so either they are currently contemplating, and you may get a message from them saying, I wasn't going to send this message, but because they are so contemplating whether they, okay, I'm getting a song right now as well. One moment, please. But I would say there is a potential for this person to message you right up until the middle of January next year. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that. This is a new love reading, so I won't go any further with that. But the song they're giving me, okay, this is a very famous song, and it may have come up, it has come up in a reading before. I'm not sure if it was for your sign though. So let me know if it's come up for your sign before. If not, I mean, it's definitely come up before. It's Respect by Aretha Franklin. So they're giving me RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. So that's playing, it's just playing like that on a loop. And I know there's other words to that song, and it's a very famous song, I know it myself, but they're only giving me those lyrics. So this could mean that either you're going to hear that song over the next 4 to 5 weeks, or perhaps this is a song that you played to get over an ex. So please take it as it resonates. That song indicates there is someone new on the horizon for you, okay? So I want you to be aware of that. Now, also, before I move on with these cards, they're showing me, it's so bizarre, they're just showing me a little a peanut shell. Okay, it's like a monkey nut peanut shell. So you may discover one of those just randomly on the street or on the subway, or there could be a painting of one. Would there ever be a painting of a peanut shell? I don't know, probably not. Or on a billboard, they're just showing me a peanut shell. You could literally be sitting there eating peanuts, monkey peanuts right now, monkey nuts, and having to crack the shell open. You know, they're in the shape like that. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there. That's very precise. I just saw that. That's so odd. Anyway, I'll move on from that. Now, we have the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups indicates a wish fulfilled. This is your outcome energy. So you're going to get a love that you truly deserve and desire, and the Nine of Cups indicates satisfaction. You're going to be happy that you waited for this person, because this person brings true fulfillment. Of course, true fulfillment comes from inside yourself first and foremost, but I feel this person is a welcome addition to your life. And I feel a lot of people, we've been told in society that when it comes to love, we're searching for the one, we're searching for our other half, which kind of implies that part of us is missing. And it means that we will truly never be happy until we found our other half. I don't believe in that. I believe it's important to remember that you are whole all by yourself, and that you're looking for your divine counterpart who is an addition to your life, because your life is important, and this person must be a positive addition to your life. So you see what this person brings to your life in terms of energy. I'm not saying they're going to come with money or jewels and big cars and things like that. Those things, they don't matter in the grand scale of things when it comes to love. Okay. So it's important to see how this person comes to you in energy, and you'll find that this new person, they're so full of joy, optimism, they're exciting to be with. Of course, they're sassy. I'm getting an energy of sass. This person's quite creative as well. They're the sort of person who thinks outside the box, and they want to experience all that life has to offer. So I feel this is someone who would really vibe in the same frequency as you, okay? I actually feel like this person also gives you butterflies in your... That's an indication of how you'll know that this person is your person. Butterflies in, you know, this area, you know, gives you butterflies in your tummy. Now, we've also got a Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups is about community. It's about getting out there. They're actually showing me, as I touch this card, a golden bee. So this could also be a symbol that you will see when you either meet this person or just before you meet this person, a golden bee. Bees, in the LENORMAND deck, bees actually represent community as well. So just be mindful of that too. Now, Three of Cups, this is celebration, getting out there, having fun, being in good company, good people, and just kicking back, letting your hair down and relax. And I feel when you're at your most happiest with your friends, enjoying yourself, or in an environment where you feel safe and you're enjoying yourself, that's when you're shining, and that's when you see this person, and then things start to bubble up. Well, my guides actually said this. I never talk like this. So they said, that's when things, no, they said, that's when you get fizzy with it. When you get fizzy with it. I mean, I never talk like that. So maybe that's a joke between you and friends, getting fizzy with it. Maybe that's some reference to champagne or drinking or something like that. I'm not sure. I mean, it actually does connect to that card, getting fizzy with it. So I don't know. Let me know if that's one of the comments that you say to your friends or something like that, because it's not the way I talk. So yeah, it's quite cute though. I like it. I might even call this reading "Let's Get Fizzy with It" or something. Anyway, let's move on. Three of Cups, you're definitely going to meet this person in a social setting, okay? And it's going to feel organic. It's not going to feel forced. This person and you just strike it up straight away. That Tower is like suddenly they're there. Suddenly, everything you've known before about love is different. It's changed. This is new. This is exciting. And this is the beginnings of something that has true potential to be a beautiful experience and a wonderful union that will lead to a higher level of commitment. And also, there is emotional care in this relationship as well. So each person in reciprocity. So very exciting there for you. I'm just going to pull some final cards before I close your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Now, also, what is that? They're showing me, oh, so weird. They're showing me and it's right, okay, it's so much happening right now. I wish you could hear and see all that is happening. Oh, one more, what? Okay, so I'm getting like a song that I've never heard before, so I can't even begin to tell you where that is from, but it sounds so kind of like 60s, 70s. I'm just going to go get that card as well. This song, it's really like muffled. It's almost like I'm underwater or in space or something. It's really like weird. But they're also giving me an image of a ribbon being tied around things, like a tree, like a door. I mean, when you tie ribbons around things, like the tree, it's like a forget-me-not, like a don't forget me ribbon. So I'm just going to leave that there because I don't know what that means for you. It could be that you see someone tying ribbon around something, or you walk down the sidewalk and see ribbon tied on a doorknob or something. So I'm going to leave that there. The song, however, this is really muffled, so I hope I get the right lyrics here. It's like, there's a world where I can go and tell my secrets too. That's it. I mean, I got nothing else for you. I'm sorry. That's just, it's really muffled. It feels really dreamy in a 70s kind of way, like, I don't know. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to look it up. I've never heard that song before. Anyway, let me go get that card. One moment, please. Okay, no wonder they wanted number 5. They wanted a 5th card. Now, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy, but we do have the male-female energy here. So we have a match in terms of energy, in terms of frequency, because it's about balance. So we have yin, moon, cold, be receptive and tune into your emotions, and yang, sun, heat, be passionate, be decisive and take action. So weird. I saw passionate, be passionate, and it says be decisive. So I feel like this is going to be a very hot, steamy relationship, hot and cold, icy. And I don't feel like this person is going to blow hot and cold. No way. I feel like this is going to be very steamy connection between you and someone new. Now we also have the moon. And it says, intuition, cycles, illusion, attune with the ever-changing cycles of the moon to harness that powerful feminine energy. So that's, the feminine energy is to be open to love, to be in a state of receptivity, okay? We've also got sage, wonderful for you, my beautiful Sagittarians. I always say, you know, the wise old sage, you are an old soul. And it says, cleanse, purify, clear. And that's what you've been doing. You've been doing a lot of personal development. It does say here, sage your home and personal space to regularly expel any negative energies to promote mental clarity. And they really want you to connect that to the Ten of Swords. You know, release any negative ideas or thoughts about yourself and know that you are lovable and that there is love available for you as well. We also have wait, hold back, rest, observe. Events are still unfolding. So have patience. Things are still unfolding. But I do feel that you will be connecting to someone new by the middle of January next year. Okay? So I'll leave it like that. I'm just going to... we've got a tree. Okay? The tree of life. Now, this is about perspective, but it's also about things coming full circle and planting roots, something stable here. I do feel like this new person will join your family lineage, join your family tree as well. They will become a permanent factor in your life, and something that will grow into something really special. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonated in this reading for you, my beautiful Sagittarians. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians. Love and light.